Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of whatever this is. Well, over the past couple of months, some of you have been asking, Rick, why no bus content? Rick, are you ever going to work on the bus? Rick, did you sell the bus? What happened to the bus? Well, for all those of you who have been wondering what the hell's going on with the bus, let me tell you. Well, if you look outside, oh, look at my flagpole. No flag on it. That thing's about bent over like a fishing pole. Holy cow. Well, it's blowing a gale. Yesterday we got home here after going and taking a day trip down Death Valley, and it was like in the 70s. It was a beautiful day. A little windy, but it was beautiful. And then this morning, my wife had to fly out and go to Florida, and I was helping her load the car, put her luggage in the car, and it was like 30 degrees and blowing this way. I mean, it was blowing a gale 30 degrees. Now, suns came out, but I didn't feel like it warmed up all that much. And it's really windy. So, rather than having dust and tumbleweeds blowing in my face, working on some of the garbage I got in the driveway, I decided I'll come out here and mess around in the bus. What have I done since the last video I've made? Nothing. I haven't even stained this piece yet. But I am going to take your advice. For those of you who have piped up, and I'm going to stain this the same gray color. I think I might go ahead and stain this today. And I think I might come down here, turn on the light, turn on this light, still nothing in there, and I'll paint my pocket door. Yeah, I think I'll stain that too, front and back. And then something in that box that I need to share with you. But that's going to have to wait. I have some paint. I have some leftover paint from in the house. It's the tag here is pretty faded, so I can't tell you what it is, but it's a kind of a gray. And I thought I would maybe paint, I don't know, paint this. Let me see if I got a piece of particle board that I can put up there and finish this out up here. And I still got one more LED light circuit. I need to put individual lights in the ceiling of these things, but I'm not going to do that today. The bunks, that's the word I was looking for, bunks. Well, I want to get a piece and paint it, a piece of scrap, and paint it and just compare it to the color of the cabinets, because I don't want it to be too dark in here, but I also don't want to do it in white because I've got kids. I don't know if you knew this or not, but children are kind of heathens. They're messy little heathens, and everything they touch either gets wrecked or it gets filthy with stickiness. So yeah, that's why I don't want to do white, because it won't stay white for very long. Let me get situated here and get things cleaned up and moved around here a little bit, and then we'll get to work. That ain't right. It's sunny, but it's 43. Oh, it's windy. Oh, tomorrow's going to be 48. Ooh, Wednesday, 55. Well, I'm not going to complain too much, because before you know it, it's going to be 110. All right. If I can get this open. I think the lid might be glued down. There we go. And loose now. Oh yes. Ooh, it smells good too. Well, looks like the paint's still pretty good. Let that dry. In fact, I'll set it right over here underneath the heater and let it dry. And then it's quite a bit lighter than the cabinets, which is good. Okay, next. All right, so here's that piece as it compares to the cabinets. So yeah. It's only paint. If I don't like it, I can repaint it. So I'm gonna stain that, and I think I'll stain the face of this, and debating I'll probably do the light gray paint on this for now. Might have to scuff that. That's pre-finished. All right, stain. Where are you? So I just got back from Home Depot and I picked up some samples of vinyl plank flooring, and they're in varying thicknesses here, ranging from, looks like about 1/8 of an inch thick for these two. And these are Home Depot's Home Decorators Collection. Interlocking luxury vinyl plank flooring. These are around about $2.30 a foot. And this is kind of a lighter natural wood. These are a rough sawn texture. This is a rigid core. Looks like kind of like a rigid foam core vinyl plank flooring with a soft rubber pad on the back. And the wear surface looks to be pretty thick. That's that's pretty. This is my favorite. Well, this is kind of dark, and this doesn't have a backing on it. This is Bont Charcoal Oak Vinyl Plank, and this is $2.50 a square foot. This with this life proof stuff is $3 a square foot, and like I said, these two are $2.30 a square foot. Don't know what I'm gonna do. I can get laminate flooring for around $1 a square foot, but it's wood based, and I don't know how well that would do here in the bus. But anyway, I got some stuff so I can start painting. I'm running out of time, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. Let me show you what's in this box. Have you guessed yet? For those of you who don't know what this is a diesel fired heater. Which end's the business end? This end's the business end. So it takes in air here. There's a little burn chamber inside of here that heats that air, and it comes out here. For those of you who don't know, this bus I discovered is equipped with a diesel fired preheater for the engine, and that hooks into the cooling systems. And what it does is it keeps the coolant warm in the engine, because this engine doesn't have glow plugs or a grid heater. I thought about utilizing that to get rid of all the coolant lines that run the full length of the bus up to the front to keep the windshield clear. But that would have to be a closed system equipped with an expansion tank, because when you heat things they expand, and it's the same thing with water or coolant. You'd have to put an expansion tank in there. Long story long, I decided just to leave well enough alone, leave the preheater in place the way it was designed, and I got coolant lines running to the front. I haven't hooked them all up yet, but I did that just so that I could have defrost on the windshield. I purchased this about a year ago, and it's been sitting here in the box ever since. And some of these, you see them on eBay, and they're inexpensive Chinese heaters. What's unique about this one is that it's all metal. It's all metal. A lot of times you'll find these, and at least this part is plastic. I didn't want that. I was watching Bussy McBusface's video recently. They put 2 of these in their bus. They put one towards the back between the living area and the sleeping area, and then they put another one right here, because they did away with their bus's original heating system altogether, and they don't have this thing up there. Never even thought of it. What a great idea. I have a heat pump in here, and as long as I'm plugged in, that's what I'll use if I need heat, and I can run that off the generator as well. The idea of putting one of those diesel fired heaters up here in the front to keep the front of the bus warm, brilliant. And I think that's where I might put it. I might redesign this whole front area here to accommodate that diesel heater. I'm going to take this thing out and get it laid out. Well, let's just do that right now before the bus gets here. Alright, check this out. It's a pretty comprehensive kit here. You got a fuel tank, you got the heater itself, you got the digital LCD controller, a wireless remote, fuel pump, an exhaust pipe with a muffler, some assorted bits like a fuel filter, an air intake filter, and fasteners and clamps and zip ties. You got a wiring harness extension, little chunk of fuel hose, some plastic fuel hose, some more, well, I guess these are the self-tappers to screw the fuel tank in place. You got a little diffuser, the hot air discharge, and your intake pipe, a mounting flange, and instructions. I bet you they're in Chinglish. That's okay. There's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to use these, install these, troubleshoot these. But nevertheless, I'm going to give these a once over. If I can overcome my dyslexia and my disdain for instructions. So I'll look this over tonight, and then we'll come back out here tomorrow, because it's going to be windy again tomorrow, and we'll do a little painting. Oh, I decided that I was going to use dark walnut in the master instead of gray. This is turning pretty gray. Not that this is a bad thing. In fact, you know, I noticed at Home Depot, most of the flooring that's available, the really expensive stuff, is all shades of gray. That gray must be in now. And in 20 years, all these houses that got gray vinyl flooring are going to be as popular as brass fixtures were in the 90s. I got a house full of those. Anyway, that's all I got for today. I'm sorry I didn't get a whole lot done. But hey, look at that's stained. That don't look too bad. That's stained. That don't look too bad. And that door is stained. That don't look too bad either. So that's all I got for today, gentlemen and ladies. So if you haven't done so yet, click the sub button and a little bell icon right next to it so YouTube will let you know next time I upload a video. If you like this video, smash that like button and share it with your social media network. That helps the channel a lot. Appreciate it if you can do that. Check the links in the description for products I use on these projects or the gear that I use to film them. And if you're interested in purchasing any of that stuff, I would surely appreciate it and consider it a personal favor if you went through one of those links. That way the channel can earn a little bit of a commission. It's just pennies, but every penny counts. If you're not interested in any of that stuff, then you could always go through one of those links to get what it is you do want. Thanks in advance, you can afford to do that. And if you can't, it just means we're probably cousins. So until next time, you have fun, stay safe, shoot straight, keep your powder dry, and have a splendid day. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Okay? Bye.